Yo, what's going on today, fellas? We've got an update on the horizon called Update 2.2.1, or the April update, alongside some other changes that are going to be occurring. Got some fixes here and there, and some Gambit stuff, because we love some Gambit. My God, this whole season is all about some Gambit. I cannot wait for this season to be over. Don't get me wrong, I like some Gambit, but the expression, all of your eggs in one basket, is exactly what Bungie did this season. They are really hoping Gambit Prime is going to be like the next thing in esports, but it just ain't it, man. I wish it could be, but it's not. Let's talk about what's happening though with 2.2.1, guys. This should be launching next Tuesday, which is April the 2nd, which is like a day before Remastered Borderlands actually launches. So terrible timing, but let's talk about these changes. First up, the one thing that actually stood out to me the most with 2.2.1 is that 8.1 will now begin to offer all weapon frames each week. So instead of us having a rotation there, me personally, I've been needing the pulse rifle for a very long time. You'll now have the options to purchase all of the weapon frames. Now, of course, you only have so many ballistic logs to actually make purchases, so you can't go in there and just buy the whole slew of them, but this is a really good change. Moving on to 1,000 voices. This exotic will continue to be rare among players, but we've tuned the drop weights to give slightly better chances than what are currently available. Drop weights. What? Drop rates? Whatever the case, for that one clanmate that's in your clan that still has yet to get 1,000 voices after 200 last wish completions, aka Bombad the Boogeyman, you may just now get 1,000 voices. Gonna have to LFG for that raid team though, because I ain't doing it no more. We're also getting an increase in drop rates for various lore books, Cade Stash, Dreaming City, Tangle Shore. They've also increased the drop rates for the Ghost Ship and Sparrow from the Dreaming City. They stated that this has actually been doubled, tripled, or more for their respective activities. And the same for the Last Wish cosmetics. Yay! Now moving on. Aimbots versus macros. Nobody's really talking about this, but Bungie has stated here that it's important to us that people with disabilities be able to use accessible tools, which sometimes include simple automation. It's one of the reasons why we fixed the Titan Skating macro issue in game, instead of simply punishing people running automation tools. However, there is a clear line between macros and aimbots. Players who stray into the latter territory will find themselves no longer welcome into the Destiny universe. We're currently in the process of banning a number of players on PC who have been detected using aimbots to unnaturally augment their skill. Defeating your opponents, whether they're AI or other guardians, should always be about your own skill. We'll continue to make sure that's the case. Alright then, I have not run into any aimbot users, I don't think. It's kind of hard to detect aimbot without kill cams, right? Like kill cams, you get a really good idea if they messing around with some stuff. I more or less see this as a warning for those out there that are cheating. If you're messing around and dabbling in voodoo, you might want to go ahead and dip out now. Now moving on to Prime. Oh, the pinnacle game type. Bungie states here that Gambit is a team-based activity. As such, players who are in pre-made fire teams have a communication advantage. To offset that advantage, we raise the internal skill rating of pre-made fire teams to pull in higher skill enemies to fight against. With this change, even as a solo player, you'll still have a chance. Plus, your other match fire teammates should be higher skilled as well. This was an adjustment made to Gambit matchmaking a few weeks ago. They say now that they're going to be reevaluating the settings and have further tweaks to try to get them even fairer. Now, if I know Bungie, in a perfect world to them, especially when it comes to something like Crucible, the score will always be 100 to 99. You see where I'm coming from? They want it to be balls to balls, neck and neck, as close as it could possibly be. And it comes down to that final inch. They're trying to do that here with Gambit Prime, essentially to allow solo players to get a fighting chance. But let's face it, if you're a solo player inside of Gambit Prime, you better be ready to tote, man. Because at any moment, your Blueberry will bug out. He'll just start doing crazy stuff, hanging on to moats for too long, invading because he suddenly thinks he's Joe somebody. I don't know. Blueberries, they do what they do. And as a solo player, you must always expect the unexpected from your blueberries. As someone who solo queues and competitive every season, I normally start every game off like every other. Playing, doing my thing, enjoying myself, got some music going on, and when I start seeing blueberries do stupid shit, I immediately throw the mic on. Now, I don't burn into the mic and go, "Hey, Blueberry, cut that shit out." You gotta be somewhat diplomatic here, fellas. Observe what they did wrong and give some pointers. But maybe not even that. Just kind of jump in there and be like, "God dog it, man. These dudes we're going against are sweaty as hell. Let's work together. America. So boys, that's pretty much the TWAB. We do have Arc Week coming, which will be free to all players on April the 9th. And of course, we've got April 16th, May the 6th, the Revelry. Now that's pretty much the information we have for update 2.2.1. Nothing else is standing out here. And by the way, I made a mistake. It launches April the 9th. Hopefully we'll see some sandbox changes, maybe some tunings, maybe an adjustment to spectral blades. I don't know. We'll see. Now before I let you guys go, shout out to my Patreon supporters. I love you guys. Man, you do a lot for me. More than you know. You support the channel directly. And we don't always do this for the money. We damn sure didn't start off doing it for that reason. Good Lord, no. But I must say, I very much appreciate all of you. Thank you very much. Well, fellas and ladies, thank you all for coming and watching. And as always,
slap that like button like your mama told you right.